Okay, hello Shin aus Berlin. This is Bass here. This is only my second video, so please be kind. Um, this isn't very well planned. It's more spur of the moment, but I'm just trying to get started on YouTube, and I understand that it's better to kind of just start posting things than to try and get everything perfect, right? Get the right setup. Um, so I just want to kind of get in the groove of this, and this is the beginning of that. So just bear with me here. Um, well, a little about me. I've lived in Berlin for 3.5 years, originally from Fayetteville, Arkansas, USA. And it's been quite an adventure, to say the very least, moving here, the whole process. Um, since I've been here, and also just, I mean, the immigration, but also the experiences I've had, the different apartments and living situations that I've lived in, the situations, crazy situations that I found myself in. I just feel like I have a lot to say. I have a lot to share, and I think it's kind of, I think a lot of people potentially would be interested in the things that I have to say about living in Berlin because it's such a unique place, and it's a place that a lot of people are curious about. Sorry, I'm fidgety. Um, let's see. In my last video, I think I pretty much just showed off my new room, which I'm super stoked about. It's in what's called an Altbau. Altbau means basically old building, so it's pre-war, and meaning it wasn't destroyed in the World War II bombings. So it has a lot of cool old detail. It's super thick walls, hardwood floors, and it's renovated. So it's like super lucky that I found this place. I'm really excited, especially after living in like 7 different places around Berlin. And the place that I live in now, the neighborhood is called Schöneberg, and I live near the area called Winterfeldplatz, which is an area of Schöneberg just south of like Motzstraße, which is like the gay district, or Naundorfplatz, which is kind of like this U-Bahn hub for many different lines that meet on the subway system of Berlin. Anyway, it's a super convenient spot, very nice, lots of restaurants, blah blah blah. Anyway, um, honestly, right now I'm still trying to figure out the focus of my channel. I mean, obviously, it's going to be about Berlin, some sort of like how to Berlin channel, how to do it, how to make it, how to be a Berliner, even though I'm saying that as an American expat, I'm not a born and bred Berliner. I'm learning German, which you will probably hear at some point. Right now, it's a little bit rusty. Um, but anyway, I feel like, at least in my own head, I've had a very unique and, shall we say, storied experience here. I'm trying not to say a lot, but it's not really working. In these last 3.5 years, and just finding my way, and all the drama that's kind of happened, and all great times, bad times. Got a story for pretty much every, I don't know, seems like every month, week, something crazy happens here, especially in the last year. In some ways, 2020 was very boring because everything's closed, clubs are closed. But it was also super interesting to be living in a foreign country and as an American citizen, which I still am, during a worldwide pandemic. That was a little bit, threw me through a loop a little bit and made things a lot more complicated actually for my visa process and my employment, which has kind of not been fun, but also, you got to make the most of what the situation is, which is what I'm kind of doing right now, especially with this channel. Gives me something to do during this like downtime during lockdown, which we are in right now. Um, so also excuse the casual look. I've just been walking outside. It's like 0 degrees Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit. I'm turning these lights down just a little bit, and I'm definitely layered up. It's already dark here. It's about 4:30. For those of you who don't know, it gets super dark, super early here in Berlin. It's a lot further up in the northern hemisphere than people realize, and can be a bit depressing in the wintertime. Although we've now passed winter solstice, so it's all bright. Gonna get just brighter from here. Anyway, yeah. So I want to talk. I'm just kind of introducing myself right now, but in the future, I want to divide this channel kind of in between personal stories, personal experiences up to Berlin and up to now, since moving. But also, I want to kind of give a tour of the Berlin that I know, the neighborhoods I've lived in, places I like to eat, places I like to go out. Talking about Berghain or Kit Kat, places I like to go visit when there's not a pandemic, obviously. I've also, had some ups and downs here. I've actually recently, well, last month, I quit alcohol. This last year has definitely taken, a big hit on the party scene, which, I used to do a bit of. So, trying to be kind of a healthier person. I won't get preachy about that, but um, I will say it's kind of easy for people. A lot of people come to Berlin with this like dream of Berlin in their heads. To kind of it's a city that attracts kind of like a lot of lost souls, lost people who want to come and find themselves here. And I think I was one of those. And it's really easy to come here and in 6 months just get totally burnt out and go down this like drug party, like alcohol spiral, which, I guess I could say I came close to happening to me, but I didn't. So, well, I'm still here anyway. So that's good. But yeah, there's a lot of things that people don't really talk about. I think especially on these YouTube channels about what to do in Berlin, where to go, what to wear. But there's a different, darker side too, for sure, which I'm more than willing to discuss. But also, yeah, I want to keep it all more or less positive. This is going to be a creative outlet for me and something I really think I'll enjoy, and I hope that I can find viewers who I can also not only entertain but inform, um, be some sort of service to people who want to know more about what it's like to live here, what it's like to be, a Berliner during the pandemic, a Berliner during regular times too. Um, and honestly, I've never really thought about video blogging, being a vlogger. That wasn't on my radar until more recently. I just got really into watching YouTube videos. I started watching so many YouTube videos. I just became a YouTube Red member, Premium member, whatever, and it's become my favorite kind of like way to consume media. I watch way more on YouTube than I watch Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever. And so I was watching my favorite YouTube vloggers, and I'm like thinking, like, what a freaking cool job, just to be able to find this niche that you can just do for a living, or if not a living, just a full time kind of hobby, something to really dive into and share yourself and your interests with other people who are interested in the same things. It sounded super fun and maybe like kind of fulfilling, like give me something to put myself out there to kind of reach out to a community that's similar to myself, perhaps. And sorry, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit. I tried to make a little bit of a script, but I always tend to go off that a little bit. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting at my desk at the moment. A lot of free time on my hands. My freelance visa is up in the air somewhere. It's been about a year since my appointment, and I still don't have a firm answer on it. So I've not been able to legally work as a German resident here, which has not been fun. But I do have a lot of free time. So I'll be working a lot more to pump out videos, pump out content, write scripts, learn how to edit, which I do not know how to do. Right now, I'm basically trying to fit iMovie onto my 6-year-old Mac computer, which is still running the old iOS system, or not iOS, but operating system that apparently won't run iMovie anymore. So I'm like, just figuring out little things like that, just to try and get myself off the ground. But I don't have all the gear yet. I don't have all the software or whatever. But I think what the important thing is that I have the content in here. I think mostly I've, from what I can remember, all my time from my times here. Otherwise, I have lots of pictures and videos and um, memorabilia that I can share too. Um, Sorry if I'm not making sense, but anyway, okay. I'm going to sign off. I don't really have a cool sign on or sign off slogan yet, but yeah, I just want to say thanks for coming and watching my video, and please come back because I will be putting more out there. And of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because apparently that really does a lot to get me in that YouTube algorithm, which I need to start surfing or whatever. But I'll say bye for now. Thanks for tuning in. Best.